Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Mark from Total Chiropractic, and today I want to talk to you about high heels. And I know, ladies, that high heels are a very important part of your fashion outfits, but they can be difficult on your feet and also your back. And most people don't realize that when you're wearing high heels, they actually tip your pelvis forward, putting pressure on your lower back, but also on your hips, your knees, and they're not good for your feet as well, too. So you really want a shoe that provides good and adequate support. So when you wear high heels, as I mentioned, it elevates your feet up at the back and it tips your pelvis forward. And it not only strains your hips and your lower back, but it puts pressure on the nerves that control your lower back as well too. So not only does this cause pain, but it also can cause degenerative wear and tear that you don't want. So when you're shopping for heels, it's best to shop in the evening. As the day goes on, our feet swell and retain fluid and they'll be bigger. So when you're shopping in the evening, you can shop for shoes that can accommodate that swelling, and that'll make it much easier for you. So a few of the tips when you're choosing a shoe. The first one is choose a heel height that you can walk gracefully in. When you get into a heel that's too tall, you start to walk clumsy and it negates the purpose of the shoe anyways, and it's tough on your back. And if you have to have a heel, which I do understand that, ladies, try to go one in between. Instead of a 4-inch heel, let's try to cap it at 2 inches. That way it won't put as much stress on your lower back and it won't jam your foot as far forward. And really try to avoid buying shoes that have a narrow heel like a stiletto. The more narrow the heel, the less support there is. If you can get a wider wedge heel, that provides you much more support. And try to avoid shoes that have really thin straps. When you have those thin straps, they can dig into your skin and cause extra pain and even blisters as well too. And the last point that I wanted to make is that I want you to make sure that your heels have a good support for the arches of your feet as well too. And in addition, when you're shopping, there's a few more points that I wanted to make. That if you put you can get a small gel cushion from most pharmacies and drugstores under the front of your foot at the balls of your feet. It'll help take the pressure, because when you lift your foot up in a heel, it puts excessive pressure on an area that's not designed for it, and it'll also prevent your heel from sliding forward and jamming forward into the toes. And then the other point I wanted to make is, if you can, when you're wearing high heels at different points in the evening or day, give your feet a break. So if you're in a meeting and your feet are underneath and you can discreetly slide your shoes off, it'll give your feet a bit of a break, take some pressure off those muscles, allow you to flex your ankles and move them forward and get some blood flowing as well too. And if you do have to wear high heels for a long day, the next day do yourself a favor and give your feet a chance to recover. Wear flats the next day, just so that the swelling can move around and you can get better flow. It's less strain on the muscles. And even doing something as putting your feet in a warm foot bath will also be helpful as well too. So please follow these instructions and make life a lot easier on your feet. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day today.